Welcome back to Mac Talks of Football, and what a game of football we have witnessed between Real Betis and Fiorentina. The game ends 2-1 in favor of Real Betis at their home stadium. It's the first leg of the semi-final. I mean, it was the game of the night. The 4 games being played, 2 in the Europa League, 2 in the Conference League, but this was the game of the night. And I'm really happy because I predicted a 2-1 win for Real Betis, and it was a really great game of football. And I expected it. I said in my preview and my prediction as well that this is going to be a really entertaining game of football because of the way that both these teams have been playing recently, the way that they play football. You are not gonna get a dull game out of it, and the game, in my opinion, certainly lived up to its expectations. I mean, the Real Betis, I mean, the home fans were really up for it. The atmosphere was simply sensational. I have to give a shout out to the home fans, the way that they created the atmosphere. The first 10, 15, 20 to I would say for the first half hour, Fiorentina were really, were never really in that game. Betis were on top of them. Every single ball, every 50-50, Real Betis were winning. They were more physical. They were, they were taking a risk, and that they were getting, results out of it. They scored that early goal as early scores the first goal. It takes them quite a while. Goes to the VAR, and finally it gets decided that there was not a foul in the build-up, and the ball did cross the line. It becomes 1-0 to Real Betis. I thought that they deserved that goal, and after that as well, they were the team who were on the charge. They took the game to Fiorentina, and I think Fiorentina. They were in a way they were quite shocked, if I may say so. I mean, I don't think they did not expect Real Betis to come out of the blocks like they did, and I think they were taken aback quite a bit, and it took them quite a lot of time to get back into the game. But Real Betis would be quite disappointed that when they had that advantage, when they had Fiorentina on the ropes, they were not really able to create that many threatening chances, and they were not really able to score that many goals in that first half because with the way that they were playing and how much under pressure Fiorentina were. And I really thought that they were going to get the job done in the first half itself. Sorry, my camera broke. As well, I was saying that Real Betis were really good, but they really did not create that many chances in that first half. Second half comes in, and at the beginning of that second half, I still thought that Real Betis had an upper hand, but Fiorentina were much better in that second half. They controlled the ball quite more. They had the possession of the ball. They slowed the game down quite a lot. In the first half, it was really fast-paced game. The tempo from Real Betis was really high in that first half, and that really dismantled, that really troubled Fiorentina. The players were not really able to hold on to the ball quite much longer. The pressing from Real Betis was really good. In the second half, I think they were much better. They held the ball quite long. As I said, they slowed the game quite a lot, and that really hurt Real Betis in a way because they were not really able to play that they wanted. But still, I said in my preview as well that Real Betis are really good in that counter attack as well, and you saw that in that second goal. And who else but Anthony? I mean, what a goal! What a spectacular goal that was. He makes that run from the inside. The defender takes the ball away, makes the tackle, and he loses the ball. The ball bounces up, and the presence of mind. When the player is is in a great form, things like this happen, and they take advantage of that. The ball bounces up, Anthony moves around and takes the shot, and I mean, what a spectacular goal right in the top corner, or the left hand side top corner. Makes it 2-0 for Real Betis, and at that moment in time, you don't think that Fiorentina are gonna have any luck today. They are not gonna make a comeback. But credit to Fiorentina, even after they went 2-0 down, they kept on going. They kept on going. As I said, the second half they were really good. I would say they had they pulled Real Betis back as well. Even though Real Betis scored that goal, I think in the second half Fiorentina controlled the goal. They controlled the game. They controlled the tempo, and they got the goal out of it as well. Ranieri, the captain, scores the goal, and that was a very crucial goal for Fiorentina. You go back to your home with a 2-0 defeat, that would have been a really bad result for Fiorentina. But 2-1, the game's still on, the tie is still going, and it is basically half time. That's what Fiorentina are going to think. They could have easily got more goals as well in that second half. They came close to 3 times, but they were just not able to put the ball in the back of the net. Betis, on the other hand, they themselves could have scored the goals. De Gea, I think, had a really good game. He made a couple couple of great saves as well. In the end, the game ends a 2-1, which in my opinion was a fair result. I think Real Betis played much better. I think they were the better side, if I'm being very honest with you. Fiorentina came back in the game, and they both the second half, I will say, but I would say that was a quiet take, and Real Betis had already done the damage, if I'm being very honest. The second goal was, an individual moment of brilliance. The game could have easily ended 1-1 if Anthony doesn't do that, the special thing that he can only do. He's a player regenerated since coming back from Manchester United. He's been having so much fun scoring goals, providing assists. If you have been watching the Premier League, and if you have watched Anthony play, and now you watch Anthony play, you couldn't believe that this is the same player. But he has his career has been regenerated by this move, and he's paying back the fans, he's paying back the club for helping revive his career. And again, an amazing performance for him. And I think Manuel Pellegrini would be very happy. I would say he won the battle from his opposite number. The way that they started the game, I think Betis were really good. They would be really happy they won the game, even though it's a 1-goal margin. But having that psychological advantage that they are going to away to your state, to your opponent's stadium, having the lead with you, I think that's going to be a big deal for them. They're still fighting for the Champions League. They are 6th in the table, if I'm not wrong. They're 6th in the table, yeah. And they are very close with Villarreal for those Champions League places, so they have consultation there as well. Fiorentina, on the other hand, as I said, they would be really happy, if I'm being very honest with you, because the way the game started, I really felt that Real Betis were going to win it quite convincingly, especially after they went 2-0 up. I really did not think that Fiorentina are going to make a comeback, but credit to Fiorentina. And I think especially Ranieri, the way that he calmed his team down in that second half, I think they were really good. And as I said, they got the reward as well, and that deficit from being 2-0 down to now being 2-1 up, 1 goal is nothing in football. And even though Betis are going to come in with this advantage of having a lead, Fiorentina are going to have to back themselves. They are the home side. They have that a bit of advantage that the second leg is at home, and they know what they need to do. They know the margins. They know how they have to play, how much effort they have to put in it. And as I said, what the scenarios are. I said it in my preview as well that this is one tie which I think is going to go to the penalties, and I stand by it. I think that the next game might finish 2-1 as well in Fiorentina's favor, if I'm being very honest. But I expect quite a fun game from next weekend as well. Fiorentina, just like Betis, they themselves are fighting for those Champions League places, for those European places. So it's not like both these clubs can go back and rest their players. I think they have to play their main squads on the weekend as well, so that is going to make next week's game even more interesting. But for tonight, I think both of them played really good football. We got to we got to watch a really good game of football. As I said, I think for me this was a match of the night. All the other games were quite one-sided, but this one was a really entertaining game of football. And again, I would say, in my opinion, they certainly lived up to expectations. And that's it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of Betis' performance, Fiorentina's performance. Who do you think is the favorite to go through, or do you think Betis have done enough, or do you think Fiorentina can make a comeback next week? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of this season, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.